Good morning, YouTube. How is life with you? I am good. Imagine waking up to that. That is why I'm good. We are on our way to look after a big bad bull. He is absolutely gorgeous, but he has a couple of sore feet. So we're gonna see what we can do to get him on the mend. Guys, this is the Hoof GP. If you haven't already subscribed, please think about it, because that is what keeps me enthusiastic.
This is me. This is my house. And this is the beautiful Wigtown Bay, which is part of the Solway Firth and just so happens to be the view from my living room window.
I can sleep when you sleep. From the king of the stairs with the keys in the lock. Then we fall through your door.
So as you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful morning here in southwest Scotland. We live right down on the shore, just outside Wigtown, just next to the mudflaps. And as you can see, tens of thousands of geese visit us twice a year, every year. And actually, I love the noise of them in the background. Today is a beautiful but very cold winter's day. We're on our way to see Kenny, who is a farmer who lives just 4 miles away from us, to visit his big bull and see what we can do for him. It's only a couple of miles away, but it is a beautiful little drive. And these guys are absolutely desperate to come with us today. Aren't you, Stevie boy? Didn't need to tell him twice. So I've trimmed Kenny's cattle for a few years now, and a couple of years ago we had a very, very scare mishap. I actually thought Kenny was going to die right in front of my eyes, to be honest, and I'm not exaggerating. That is what I thought was going to happen. He got squished by a bull. More about that later on. Let's get there and get the bull done.
Then we fall through your door. Leave the clothes on the floor. Tonight it's me, you on top of it all.
If you look just to the left there, you'll see Torhouse Stone Circle, and that's where King Galdus was buried almost 4,000 years ago. Just beyond the monument is Torhousegate Farm, where we're headed today.
Leave the clothes on the floor. Tonight it's me, you on top of it all. I am yours, do what you want with me, but don't let me go. You make me feel so lonely.
You might have put the heat on.
Kenny farms sheep and Black Angus cattle, and today we're here to look at one of his bulls who have gone extremely lame. It's vital that this bull gets back to health, not only for his welfare, but for the commercial success of the farm.
So Kenny takes extremely good care of his cattle, and this big guy is really, really feeling his feet. So he's been on some pain relieving drugs, and he's been in a straw hospital bed, as we call it, but he's still not feeling the best. He's got cracks on both of his outside feet. We're going to see what we can do to get him feeling better. Hopefully something. Come on, boy. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on, boy. He's all dirty at the back end because Kenny's been keeping him on a straw bed, and as luck would have it, he's lying in the dirt instead of in the straw bed. Which sounds about right. Let's try and get him in the crush. What's your bets? Will you go in the crush easy or not?
He looks friendly.
So do you.
I am.
No matter how friendly a bull is, you can never be too careful, and I got a huge and stark reminder of that fact about 3 years ago when I was at this farm trimming one of these bulls with Kenny and just myself for help. The bull I was there to trim was colossal and barely fitted up the cattle race himself, so Kenny jumped in behind him to coax him on and give him a shove from the rear. The trouble was, the bull decided to pull backwards and Kenny got trapped. The bull pulled so hard that he managed to squeeze past Kenny in the race, and I honestly thought I was going to witness Kenny die right in front of my eyes. I've never ever been as scared in my life. Luckily, Kenny got away with just 4 or 5 broken bones and a few days bed rest, which is why today we're not using the cattle race and there are plenty of people on hand to help. As soon as I saw this bull, I was almost certain that he would need a block on both of its inner back feet. But we don't just crack on and stick those blocks on willy-nilly. I have to make sure that he definitely does need that, and it's the best course of action. So I start the trim, and then as soon as I'm sure that he does need those blocks, Craig attaches it while I go round and trim his front right.
Get out of your skin. Oh, it is matter. Let it in. If I could, I would be right here with you. In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through.
Our diary or schedule for hoof trimming is completely ram-packed. It is full. So when Kenny phoned 10 days ago, this was actually the first opportunity I had to attend to this lame bull. But luckily for me, and even more luckily for the bull, Kenny had treated this bull with Loxicom. Loxicom is a drug that helps to reduce the inflammation and therefore the pain that the bull is feeling because of the problems he's having with his feet. It also helps to radically improve his chances of a full recovery.
The color of falling tears that have been long asleep. The lights are out in heaven.
Removing that final piece of horn helps me to see exactly where this infection site was, which is why I shouted Kenny round to show him the good Loxicom had done for the bull. Although I'm fairly certain the infection has been dealt with, we still apply an antibiotical spray just to be absolutely certain that any remaining infection is killed off. Kenny was telling me that this bull actually had an accident when he was younger, when he was bulling a heifer. He came down, landed funny and really hurt that outer claw, which might explain why he's been having problems with it.
The lights are out in heaven's open. We can be everything we want.
By pressing the coronet or the hairline, you can clearly see there is still infection and inflammation in that back right foot. It's important to determine this so that Kenny has a clear picture of exactly what is happening with his bull right now. Now that that front left foot's been done and the block has been applied, it's time to get back to trimming his back right foot. And as you can clearly see, he has a very severe defect in the white line, which has caused an abscess and therefore inflammation, swelling and a lot of pain. This might seem like an extreme trim because we're going to take away all of that outer wall horn, but as you can see it is completely compacted with manure or slurry, causing even more pain and preventing the healing process. It's at this point right here where we can start to see where the pocket of infection has begun, right there in the white line. And as you can see me hoking them out there, it's actually compacted with gravel. As we just remove the last little part of remaining loose horn, we clean off the foot and soak it with iodine to sanitise the area. After that, we apply the magical paste to hopefully transform this foot into something that is not going to cause the bull any more pain. Kenny's going to keep the bull in the straw bed or hospital pen for the next 4 or 5 days until he removes that wrap, after which the bull will go out to pasture and hopefully make proper use of those wooden blocks and begin recuperation. Whilst they have Craig and I at their mercy, they put us to good use and check over 2 other bulls who have very mild signs of lameness.
We could run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy and leave it all behind. Glorious, 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 glorious.
The final bull that we trimmed actually had inflammation on his front left foot, so we applied a block in order to make sure that it doesn't progress any further, and Kenny gave him a jag of pain relieving drugs that also reduce the inflammation so that he is pain free and the lesion is stopped in its tracks. And with that bull all patched up and on the mend, that is us finished for another day here in southwest Scotland. And I'm going to leave you with this spectacular drone footage.
Run.